Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into some of the strangest and most unbelievable historical facts. Throughout our exploration of this planet, we've encountered creatures of astonishing diversity, landscapes of breathtaking beauty and natural phenomena that defy explanation. But the story of humanity itself is filled with events just as extraordinary, occurrences so bizarre that they strain our credulity. You won't believe what we've uncovered. In the year 1518, in the city of Strasbourg, a strange mania took hold. It began with a single woman, seized by an uncontrollable urge to dance. Day and night she moved, a whirlwind of ceaseless motion. But she was not alone. One by one, others joined her, their bodies seemingly possessed by the same inexplicable compulsion. For days the dancing continued. Sleep was forgotten, food refused, as the afflicted danced themselves to exhaustion, and in some tragic cases, even death. What could have caused such a bizarre phenomenon? Was it mass hysteria, disease, or something altogether more mysterious? Australia, a land of unique and often formidable wildlife, was the setting for our next unbelievable tale. In 1932, the Australian Army found itself engaged in a conflict unlike any other, a war against emus. These large, flightless birds, their numbers swollen, had descended upon farmland, decimating crops and causing widespread agricultural chaos. Armed with Lewis guns, the soldiers set out to cull the emu population. But the emus, it turned out, were surprisingly resilient. The bullets seemed to have little effect on the birds, and their maneuverability and sheer numbers overwhelmed the military's efforts. The Great Emu War, as it came to be known, ended in an embarrassing defeat for the Australian Army, proving that even the most formidable of foes can come in unexpected forms. The year is 1970. A massive sperm whale, deceased, washes ashore in Florence, Oregon. Its colossal size poses a unique problem for the authorities tasked with its disposal. Their solution? Dynamite. The idea being to blast the whale into smaller, more manageable pieces. What could possibly go wrong? As it turns out, quite a lot. The explosion, when it came, was an epic disaster. Blubber and whale flesh were hurled far and wide, showering onlookers and covering the beach in a gruesome rain of cetacean debris. The incident, forever immortalized as the exploding whale, became a cautionary tale about the perils of underestimating the power of nature and the unpredictable consequences of human intervention. The year is 897. The setting, the Basilica of St. John Lateran in Rome. The occasion? A trial unlike any other, the trial of a dead pope. Pope Stephen VI, driven by political motivations and a thirst for revenge, orders the exhumation of his predecessor, Pope Formosus. The corpse, dressed in papal vestments, is propped upon a throne and subjected to a macabre trial complete with a deacon appointed to speak for the deceased pontiff. Accusations of perjury, violation of canon law, and ambition are levelled against the silent, decaying defendant. The Cadaver Synod, as it came to be known, was a chilling display of political theatre and the depths of human vindictiveness. London, 1814. In the heart of the city, a towering vat containing over 234,000 gallons of fermenting porter beer ruptures. The wave of beer, a tsunami of frothy alcoholic destruction, surges through the streets, engulfing everything in its path. Buildings collapse, homes are inundated, and the unfortunate souls caught in the deluge are swept away by the torrent. 8 people lose their lives in the disaster. The London beer flood, a bizarre footnote in the city's history, serves as a stark reminder of the destructive power of even the most seemingly innocuous substances when unleashed in such unexpected and overwhelming quantities. The River Thames, the lifeblood of London, had long been a dumping ground for sewage and industrial waste. But in the summer of 1858, the stench became unbearable. A heat wave settled over the city, baking the river and releasing a noxious miasma that permeated every corner of London life. The smell was so overwhelming, so putrid, that it forced Parliament to suspend its sessions. The Great Stink, as it was aptly dubbed, became a turning point in London's history, leading to much-needed sanitation reforms and the construction of a modern sewage system. History is replete with conflicts sparked by seemingly trivial incidents, but few are as peculiar as the War of the Stray Dog. In 1925, tensions were already high between Greece and Bulgaria, but it was the actions of a stray dog crossing the border during a border skirmish that ignited the powder keg. A Greek soldier in pursuit of his canine companion strayed across the border, leading to an exchange of fire. What began as a minor incident quickly escalated, drawing both nations into a brief but bloody conflict. The War of the Stray Dog, a testament to the unpredictable nature of international relations, serves as a reminder that even the smallest spark can ignite a conflagration. Laughter, they say, is the best medicine. But in 1962, in Tanganyika, laughter took on a more unsettling tone. An uncontrollable fit of laughter began with 3 schoolgirls quickly spreading like wildfire through their school and then outwards into the surrounding community. Thousands were afflicted by this bizarre epidemic. People would laugh uncontrollably for hours, sometimes days, their bodies racked with mirth, their daily lives disrupted. The Tanganyika laughter epidemic, a curious blend of the physiological and the psychological, remains a fascinating medical mystery, highlighting the complex interplay between mind and body. Imagine marching into battle, the enemy ahead, the tension palpable. Now imagine that the enemy you're about to engage in a life or death struggle is, in fact, your own comrades. That's precisely what happened in 1788 at the Battle of Karansebes. Austrian troops, weary from a long march, fueled by alcohol and plagued by miscommunication, managed to mistake themselves for the enemy. A drunken brawl escalated into a full-blown battle, with the Austrians firing upon each other in the dead of night. The Battle of Karansebes, a monument to military incompetence and the perils of friendly fire, stands as a stark reminder that even the most well-laid plans can unravel in the most absurd of ways. Boston, 1919, a giant storage tank holding over 2 million gallons of molasses ruptures, unleashing a wave of sticky, viscous death upon the unsuspecting city. A tsunami of molasses, moving at an alarming 35 miles per hour, engulfs the streets, buildings, and people in its path. The air is thick with the cloying scent of molasses, the streets transformed into rivers of sticky goo. 21 people lose their lives in the disaster, countless others injured, the city scarred by the bizarre tragedy. The Great Molasses Flood, a testament to the destructive potential of seemingly innocuous substances, remains a haunting reminder of the power of nature and the importance of vigilance in our industrial endeavors. From dancing plagues and exploding whales to trials of the dead and rivers of molasses, the annals of history are replete with unbelievable events. These strange occurrences remind us that the world is a place of endless wonder, where the line between fact and fiction can become blurry indeed. The past is a tapestry woven with threads of tragedy, comedy, and the utterly bizarre. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these weird historical facts, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating content. See you next time.